Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Welcome to video number 2 on the Penguin Place Stamp-A-Stack. This is the card we're making today. This Stamp-A-Stack makes 4 of this card. It's a Wonder Recipe number 13, brand new Wonder Recipe. And if you're just joining us, this was the design we made in video number 1. The Stamp-A-Stack also makes 4 of this design. And there will be a video number 3 tomorrow where we will make this design. Stamp-A-Stack makes 2 of this design. The links will be below the video, quick links if you're on the blog, and I'll add an update to them as I go. So let's take a look at our card here. To the coolest friend ever. And this is the optional Stamp-A-Stack class packet. While supplies last, you can find these at kitchentablestamper.com/shop. And just filter when you get to the store. There's a product filter on the right, filter for class packets, and you can see if there's any available for you to join us and craft along. Let's take a look at my packet. I've been working on mine, and the first thing I did was I got all my card bases and I stamped them with this knit together background. Isn't that gorgeous and just too cute with the penguin? So let's go ahead and do that with the one that I have left. My soft seafoam card bases are 8.5 by 5.5 and they're scored at 4 1/4. When you get the kit, we do the die cutting and punching of your cardstock bits for you. We don't do the stamping or embossing. We can't stamp. It's not okay with Stampin' Up that we do that, and embossing, we just can't do it. It'd be hundreds and hundreds of pieces, so that you'll have to do. We're gonna go ahead and run the bone folder over the score here. There's our card, and you can always use a background that you have if you don't have the knit together. I thought it was just the perfect one. I've been planning to use it with the penguin since the minute I saw it. I've got my knit together background on the Stamparatus, and what I do is I ink it and stamp it. Then I know exactly where to put my card. And I know that it's going to cover the entire thing. I'm not going to come up short on the sides. Ink this guy up. Soft seafoam on soft seafoam. Now we can just close that up, and I like to hold with one hand while I run my other hand over the Stamparatus, or while I walk the other hand, and definitely get the center. Take your time and let the ink transfer. You want a really nice, solid kind of sweater image here. All right, let's lift and take a look. Beautiful. All right, we can close that, put it aside. Now in your kit, if you got them, you'll find these items. If you're cutting your own, let me show you what we've got here. The first thing we have is, for each card, we have a strip that is 3/8 by about 4 inches. It's basic white. Then we punched 2 pieces here. The little pine tree is punched using the pine tree punch. And the swoopy square, we call that one the swoopy square punch, is punched with the Label Me Lovely punch. Then we have a die cut here. This is Misty Moonlight, and we cut this one. You're gonna know if you hang around Kitchen Table Stamper. This is the medium swoopy square. So this is the Hippo and Friends dies, and that's that medium swoopy square. Let me slide this aside for just 1 second, because we already cut our designer series paper in video number 1. So if you haven't seen the first video, check that out. The Wonder Recipe number 13. Wonder Recipe is a 1-sheet wonder, and we cut 4 pieces of designer series paper according to the recipe. So we've got all these cutie little 1.5 inch squares, and we are going to apply them to our card base like tiles. So these are the 4 patterns we chose, and we just cut them all up according to the diagram. And now it's going to make, from 4 sheets, it'll make 10 cards. If you've ever done a 1-sheet wonder, you know how that works. You just use all the pieces on the cards. The fun thing about the wonder recipes is they're 6 by 6 So you can scale them up, or you can use them just on a 6x6 sheet and make a card or 2 or 3 from the pieces. But as you scale it up and make more pieces, cut more pieces, you can make more cards. So it really is an efficient way to scale up or down your card making. So what we're going to do next is just put aside our die cut pieces and punched pieces for a minute and adhere all the designer series paper to the card fronts using some multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm going to run a bone folder over all of these and get them folded. Okay, we really are stamping a stack, so we're going to batch work wherever we can. I'm going to do one of these, and then I'll glue them all down and meet you back here. But what we're going to do is just tile the papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have one of these and one of these. So 6 pieces. We're going to center them and then give them about equal. This is a fun way to get bits and pieces of all the designs. It's a great card to show off a new pattern paper collection if you're a demonstrator, and it's a great way for you to use up scraps of coordinating paper packs and get really cute card if you wanted to do that way. There it is. There's our base. Now we can take our Misty Moonlight and Freesia. We can adhere those together, little swoopy squares. And then we can adhere that right to the card. All right, let's get the other 3 cut up. All right, so there's our last card base done. Now, next up, we've got the trees, and they're all punched out. You could use them just how they are. You could stamp a pattern on them, or you can do like I did, and you can give them a little bit of an embossed texture. Let me move my cards out of the way and grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We are going to emboss these trees using the greenery folder. So this greenery folders is a 2-pack. We're going to use this one that kind of looks like a knit. Isn't that cool? And you can do 4 trees at one time. So that I love too. We're going to get a lot of great texture, cute little detail, but it's going to be so easy with one pass through the machine. So to do these mini folders, you're going to do 1 and 3. And we're going to line up our trees in the folder. And now this folder has a very strong vertical pattern. So we're going to put them in 4 at a time. And then we're going to make sure that we line them up so that they have a nice straight vertical pattern. Okay, I think I got them all pretty nice and straight. I'm going to close the lid, pop another 3 on top, and give them a crank. All of them textured in one shot. Pretty awesome. It's a good little trick for a Stamp-A-Stack. And look at how awesome this texture is. Isn't that great? All right, we're not done yet. Not with the machine. Now we've got another little detail. You might notice that behind our penguin, we got some polka dot paper. We cut that using the designer series paper, the Penguin Playmates. You get 1/4 of a package in your Stamp-A-Stack kit. And so you can pick whichever pattern you want for and back of your penguin, but I am going to stick to that polka dot. I think it's really cute. Looks like falling confetti, and we're going to cut 1 7/8 inch circles using the layering circles dies. We need 4 of those. I have 2 sets of these dies, so I'm going to go 2 at a time and cut out these circles. All right, last one. Let's go ahead and glue all these little circles and trees down. Got the circle right on center, and then a little tree. We'll add it at a tippy little angle. We'll do all 4. We're really doing batch work for this Stamp-A-Stack. We're going to have 10 cards. We're going to have them quick as we do the batch working. All right, last guy. Now let's do some stamping. I'm gonna slide these guys aside and get some white cardstock. You've got half sheets in your packet and then sheets of Freesia, Mint Macaron, and Misty Moonlight for your scarves and hats. There's plenty of white cardstock for you to line the Just Jade cards also. All right, we need a penguin. And the thing about the penguin punch is when you stamp him upside down, he turns out easier to punch. So we got basic gray. We're gonna stamp our penguin. We can flip around for just a minute. It's okay, but we're gonna have to punch him upside down. So you wanna make sure he's on a strip and he's easy to access upside down. We're gonna put his beak, Calypso Coral. And then on the side here, we're gonna do a couple feet. Such a cutie. All right, let's go ahead and grab a little scrap of fresh freesia. We're gonna do a hat and scarf, fresh freesia on fresh freesia. I love penguin paper dolls, so cute. Now we've got our little presents, and I think we're going to be able to fit one of each color right here. But let's see. I'm going to put that aside for just a minute. I'm going to get fresh freesia, and there's one. And get my chamois, my very well-loved chamois. We're going to switch to Just Jade and stamp one. And switch ink, Misty Moonlight, and stamp one. That's what you need for each of your 4 cards. And by the magic of television, I've got a little dress-up penguin with Mint Macaron and 2 little dress-up penguins already done with Misty Moonlight. All right, let's clear away the ink pads. I'm gonna need Misty Moonlight again, but I don't want to put my project in. We're gonna cut and punch in just a second. I've already got to the coolest friend ever for 3 of our cards. Let's do the 4th one. This is a little 3/8 by about 4-inch strip, and we're gonna stamp our greeting to the right of center with Misty Moonlight. To the coolest friend ever. Yeah, that's me. Adorable. My penguin punch. Let's punch a penguin. Oh, we're gonna have to cut off this present first. I don't want it to get ruined. Let's see here. All right. Let's try that again. See if we can do it. There we go. Punch a penguin. And then punch a penguin foot, number 1. Now I'm gonna clear away the Stampin' Pierce mat. Let's do a little more fussy cutting. We're gonna get our little hat and scarf cut out and our presents. All right, there's our little bits. We're gonna get some liquid glue and get our penguin put together. A little glue on the feet. And the scarf, the brim of the hat, aren't they just the cutest? All right, dimensionals. Okay, everybody has dimensionals. Let's slide them to the side a little bit. Let's do a little chicken lips on our tags. Got my tailored tag punch, and I'm just gonna snip the ends on each of these little sentiments. And let's do some more assembly. I love gluing the parts down, cleaning up some of the clutter. So let's start with our To the Coolest Friend Ever. Little bit of liquid glue. And it's going to go just underneath. Maybe just catch the edge of our swoopy square. And pop a little penguin on there. Right in the center of that gorgeous paper. And then a little present in the penguin's hand. And two more little presents to add some pop of color. And let's go ahead and get the other three caught up. My last little present. I really realized after I did the cards that they needed a little pop of color, and these presents were the perfect thing to just kind of scatter some color all around. Now we've got a couple of little embellishment things here. We cut the stars for you. These stars are from the Give It a Whirl die set. I love this die set. We cut them from the new silver foils for you in the more purple shades and the two finishes. But this is that die set. And these stars are very handy embellishments. And the dies, the Give It a Whirl is fun with the little Viewmaster kind of card, but it's really cool to have hearts, stars, clouds, arrows, all kinds of fun little banners that you can use. Fantastic die set for the Viewmaster, but also as a wingman. So for each of these cards, we want 3 stars. I'm gonna go ahead and pick them out, and we'll put them on with little dimensionals. So we'll do kind of a big one down there, medium one on top of the tree, and a little bitty one. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and glue those onto each of the cards and meet you right back here. All right, everybody's got their little stars. Let's embellish with a gray granite ribbon bow. I love this shimmer ribbon. Just gonna tie a quick little cutie. And trim the tails. And let's adhere a little gray granite bow to each card. Got little glue dots here on the back of the knot. And we'll use it to embellish at the end of the sentiment there. Adorable. Last thing, let's get those pearls and add some ornaments to our tree. Got 4 cards. So once again, I'm going to do each card with a different color pearls and just add them like ornaments on the tree. And last, our little pink ones. I love these pastel pearls. They make adorable, not traditional color Christmas ornaments. Aren't they beautiful? All right, so there it is. To the coolest friend ever. If you've got any questions about the card, the project, email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. To check for class packets, buzz over to kitchentablestamper.com/shop, and then use the product filter on the right-hand side to filter class packets. You'll see if there's any of these Stamp a Stack packets left. And to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. And I will see you in video number 3, where we'll make our final design in the Penguin Place Stamp a Stack. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.